Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story, episode 53 with me, Sid, and I've not done a huge amount, but I have shunted us on a couple of days. We're now on January the 3rd, and what I did do with the do, was, let me get myself things. I went up to visit Mr. Local Trader, and saw what his trades was reset as, which were pretty much, for the most part, a couple of bread types, specifically flax bread and spelt bread. 4 of each, 4 lots of 8, so 32. So I thought I'd, rather than push a lot of trading this episode, because I've kind of been doing that a lot, and I know there's not a huge amount to do in winter, and I keep grumbling about the fact there's not a huge amount to do in winter, but I need to do something in winter. Sorry, I just could see that there. I was like, what's that? Is that something that's going to want to kill me? So I passed the time. I made the bread. And I thought we'd head up to see him, because he'd got rye bread, but that was keyed out, because that was the last thing I traded with him. So they don't reset everything automatically every go, or at least don't appear to. Now it is 4:15, so it's going to be getting dark soon, so we need to do this quickly, and we can give you those, and that will give me 4. We can give you those, and that'll give me 8. That gives me 8 more gears. I'm not prepared to sell any more of that, and there's 4 more days, so no point worrying about trading with him for a while, because he's got no. Now what I could do is run down to the other end of the lake and see what the green trader got down there. I can't remember what his trade specialty was, but he might buy a bit of bread or something off me. It's worth a try. And other than that, we are really stumped. Now the other thing I am very conscious of is I think there's going to be a temporal storm anytime soon, so that is a very serious consideration that I need to bear in mind. I've got this path to finish off, and I have decided that I'm going to tunnel through the actual hillside a little bit, not massively, but sufficiently that I won't have to go all the way up and all the way down every time. So that's a thought. But so far, everything seems to be pretty quiet. That has got the strong tannin. That's almost there. I just heard something. However, what I thought I heard was just a very little chip sound. Oh well, not a problem. So yeah, there's just an awful lot of preparing and waiting on this, so I'm kind of pushing myself through. I don't want to go too far away from my house at the moment, not at least until we've got a temporal storm out of the way, because that in itself will be a problem if I'm too far away from home. I mean, it's not unsurmountable, but it's a pain. And I've got a right tickly throat now, plus one of the cats decided to go in the litter tray outside my office. So I don't know what it is about an animal that can be so cute and lovable and lovely, and can have a backside that smells like an open sewer. I personally do think that it is one of the worst animal products, waste products out there, worse than dog, and dog's pretty bad. I can't believe I'm having a conversation now about poop. The polite way of saying it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to pass this time here, and I'm just going to keep my eye on that temporal rift timer for now, and try and do a few chores around the place, do a little bit of mining, extend the path, continue doing that, and I'll bring you back in as and when anything exciting occurs. I would like to get us to like maybe end of January, maybe even into February before I have to come back from recording, but I think there might be a death sloth out there somewhere as well. Don't know where though. Hello? Not there. Don't know. I don't know where he is, but anyway, not a problem. It is 6:30. I need to pass the time a little bit, so and then move on to the next day. So I'll be back in a short while. Alright, literally the next day I've decided to go and have a wander down to the trader, and a heavy temporal storm is approaching. So yeah, we're going to be making this a quick one, because we haven't... Sorry, I thought I heard something. We haven't got time to muck around. Need to get up in our temporal storm shelter and basically ride this one out. I should have enough. I've got some... Hello. I've got some food, but I will probably need to go and grab another thing of food before I... bowl of food before I ensconce myself in my tower. And I realise that's kind of a little bit of I won't say a dodgy way of handling the temporal storms. Everybody's, you know, or any strategy that works, but it's probably less than an exciting way of handling the temporal storms, which, you know, I concede that. Maybe running around and fighting the various mobs is somewhat more exciting, but I would argue that it's somewhat more deadly as well. Right, Commodities Trader, what do you want, and how long have I got to do it? So you will buy aged crates. No, you won't. I haven't got any. No, 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 no. And you are selling sphalerite, linen, sulfur, peat, metal parts. I mean, that might be something we would want going forward. What are they for? They're an ingredient for a tuning spear. That's it. Oh, okay, fine. You're rubbish. I'm not going to bother coming down. I don't think a commodities trader is going to have the kind of goods that we want. What we want is well, what we want is someone who buys bread, because I've got plenty of grains, and sells metal tools. But yeah, definitely need to get back before that storm starts. So that's my next job. I will see you back at the ranch. And now we wait. I didn't actually spot what time that came up, and it doesn't have a time stamp against it. So, but it's 10 in the morning now, so I'm probably about 4 or 5 hours onto that. I think it's 8 hours in advance, something like that. So, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and pass the time, get through the Temporal Storm, and well, I'll see you on the other side, hopefully. Alright, and there we go. We have a heavy storm. So I don't know what to expect. I am blocked in. The only place an enemy could spawn is right on top of me. Everywhere else, they should be unable to spawn. So, fingers crossed. We'll make it through this, but I'm not going to subject you to this awful animation. Not least of which if anybody has any kind of seizure in things. So on that note, I will see you on the other side. Alright, it's well, the thing ended hours ago. I just didn't want to go and do the hello. I didn't want to go and do the mad dash out while look, still never came up with a name for the bear. Oh, there's a couple trapped over there. That's fine, as long as they're in there they can't get out, so that's all good. So theory, we miss the hole. Of course we do. But if we have a little wander away from here far enough, they'll all despawn. And I know I could go and beat them up and kill them and, you know, get their goodies. But there's quite a lot of them, and I'm not that desperate for what they got, to be honest. So yeah, that's whoa. So yeah, and that should be far enough, I think. We can always head back. If it's not, we can always go a little bit further and do it again. Not a problem. But what we want is basically a Demon Sloth free environment, so we can start to continue working on all of the little widgets and things. It's the 5th of January now. I can't remember how many days there are in a month, but I don't think it was that long. Seems nice and quiet. All demon sloths have departed the area, and I should be prepare myself for the next entertainment. And let's go and have a wander over here and see what's next. Now I need to double check. I'm going to guess that these guys have emptied their troughs. They yep, so I need to go and grab them some food, which I haven't got. And then it's just on with the plan, the building, the walls, the path. I do want to bring a path out to my animal pen, and I do want to get a new animal pen done at some point as well. So I'm going to try for the piggies this year. Once we get through spring, I will do that now. What did I come in here for? Oh, wheat, that's right, wheat. I have put a little bit more chesticle in there now, so I've got trunks and chests and stuff. At some point I think I'm going to have to redo my my hoover, my what's-a-majig even. There, we'll take some of that. That's 32 will fill both of them, so that's good. And then I can get on and continue building. So I'll be back in a little while. Okay, I've just made myself a new pick, and my first hammer, because I had two after being caught out last time. My first hammer broke, so using the hammer I got, which is now my current hammer, I am going to make a new hammer. And I want that raccoon. If I was the hammer. Right, how do we go with this? We're going to bring those down. Do I need... Oh, I think this was one where I need to do some weird stuff, wasn't it? I think. I don't know. Didn't I need to add to my hammer? I don't think there's enough material here. Maybe there is. Let me have a look. Take you that way and then bring you this way, and that comes over there. Keep getting caught on stuff. I know I can just change the angle, but I actually find it easier to move, if I'm honest. I think this will do it. And then there we go. There's our new hammer. So the new hammer is now ready. That's all good. And the old hammer can go away. It's about 9:15 at night. I've got no idea where that raccoon is. All I do know is here, and he's making a lot of noise. He's not fallen into one of these, has he? Oh, he has. Well, that might just be handy, because I actually need... Sorry, nothing personal, raccoon, but I need some bushmeat. And the weight on that is good. Plus, you're only going to go and... perfect. 2 bushmeat. You're only going to go and nick me... let me get rid of that. Right. Yeah, you're only going to go and nick berries anyway, so... You know, much as I like those nature's little bandits, now the reason I need this is we need to make that, and for that I'm going to need a couple of bones. Got plenty of those. Going to need some leather, and that gives us our good bow back, which we lost. So we'll just take 3 of those. 1, 2, 3, and 1 of those, and that should be everything we need to make our recurve bow, which means that that one can be put away for a rainy day. And the rawhide can be processed. I'll probably keep that for a while though, because I don't want to go through the process of setting up one single piece of leather in, you know, a massive thing. I also yeah, let's just munch on a couple of bread cobs and go to sleep, and let's see what the morning brings. But if we look at the map, I've expanded the road network over here, and I've started the next curve up. We're going to go through it to roughly about this point, so I'm kind of trying to get the road up there. Again, doesn't have any significance in my life. I'm not desperate if I don't actually manage to make this road network at all. It's just something that would be nice. So thought that was grass growing through there. I'm like, no, don't you start that one again. Anyway, let's the reason I needed a new pick was my pick broke, and I've hit some stone that's in the way. So if a male raccoon attacks me, then I know that he's upset about me killing his mate. But again, it's just winter. There's so little to do. It is a real challenge just trying to. In fact, do I really want? That's a good question. Well, I definitely want to take these out. And that one I do want to be dirt. And then from there we come up these two. I'll leave the exposed stone because I think it just adds a certain je ne sais quoi. And then I've got this piece of and again, I'm not going to complain at this because it's giving me all shiny new blocks to play with. However, I do realise that I need a little cobblestone. So I'll go and grab that before I continue, and I'll be back in a bit. Well, I am getting cold. My temperature is down to 33.5. It's minus 14 outside, but I got fairly far up. I do need to get this tree out of the way, as well as the other two, and we are aiming. This is probably going to break before it gets all of this. I'm starting to get a little bit, yeah, I'm starting to get a bit frosty around the corners there. So after I've chopped this down, I probably need to go and warm up a wee bit. This is the point where I need to get to. So it's not actually far. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 more blocks, and that's the point where I'll be able to tunnel into the mountain and actually go through. So that tree definitely has to get out of the way. If I can get it, I'll do it now. It shouldn't be that, but yeah, probably not. Okay, I'm not that worried. I'd rather getting warm and stop freezing to death, to be honest, than this one. But this path is coming along, and like I say, it is winter make work. It's me getting some basics in place just to allow us things. We'll try and get some more animal fat and bits and pieces to make some more bowls to make more of these little soft lights. I actually quite like the soft lights over the lanterns. One, because they're cheap, because, you know, Yorkshireman. But more importantly, they give a soft light, which maybe I can just whack a bit of peat on this and light it and get myself toasted up. No. Right, come on, get myself warmed up now. So, there we go, warming up, getting lovely and toasty. But yeah, winter is still firmly with us. It's January the 7th. I haven't actually even made it as far as February yet. I can't remember, as I say, how many days these are. I think it's 8 days to a month, but I could be wrong. Might be something more. And I could look it up, but I'm not gonna. So, yeah, we are definitely deep into winter now. The temperatures are getting very low, and stone is still my main building material and bottleneck, so I'm going to take those two out now. Don't think we need to worry too much about that. In terms of the map, we are really close to getting to through here, and then we can just go straight in. We have built that, and I'm just quarrying still. Really, not much else to add. Need to get through this winter month. Starting to get a much better feel for what kind of mods I want to use when I come back and do a modded series of this, but that's not for a while yet. I haven't even found tin. So I will be pushing right down south, I think, to try and find myself some tin in some unexplored areas. Should be able to hopefully get some, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to get to the point where we can make some bronze and maybe make some more advanced machinery as well. Not sure what some of these are. Yeah, I think that's probably just a natural structure. Just looks suspicious with its shape there. But yeah, I think I'm going to call this episode here. That might be a slightly short episode, but given my episodes have been routinely a little bit on the long side recently, that's not necessarily a bad thing, unless of course you like long episodes, in which case it's a horrible thing. But we got through another rift, another Temporal Storm. We have our new bow, and we are steadily getting through this winter. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.